Guys, it's me again, and I want to speak about, as we do every day, every time. First video is introduction of military, you know what I mean? Introducing the military to you, you know. So basically, guys, what I want to tell you is, man, in this world, the basic knowledge here in Earth, the basic military academy. So we have three things: air, ocean, or air, water, and land, you know what I mean? So according to those three, we build the military, you know what I mean? Air, land, water, or ocean. So basically, I'll tell you this, I'm not gonna force nobody it's not good to force somebody. You be for air, or you be land, or you be ocean, you know what I mean? You cannot force somebody to be something they don't want to, you know what I mean? So we are always navigate and think and go through about air, land, and ocean, or water. So guys, I'll tell you this, if you know air and water and ocean, everything like me, man, you are super soldier, you know what I mean? Super soldier. So that's why I just want to encourage you to study everything, anything, you know what I mean? I wish if I can encourage you to study everything and anything, you know what I mean? Because when you know a lot, you are fire in the military, you know what I mean? You are like, you be like, man, like movie, you know what I mean? Like movie. So that's why I encourage you, study as much as you can. And think about it, read books, man, read about military, you know what I mean? Read about military, develop your knowledge. You have me example, a huge example, you know what I mean? You can learn from me a lot from my life, you know what I mean? So guys, always train, you know what I mean? Think a lot, you know what I mean? Like, I want you to start this thing, you know what I mean? Think like this. I want you to start this exercise. It's an exercise, you know. Be like, why, when I tell you I'm gonna go home, be like, why he told me to go home. Then I want you to know the reason why I said I will go home. I want you to try this training, you know what I mean? Okay, somebody says like, I'm not going to home, you know what I mean? I want you to tell me why he's not going to home. I want you to read mind, you know what I mean? That's training. Start doing that, you know what I mean? So, like when you are with your friend or with your family, if you hear something, be like, it's for that. You say this. Do you say this because of that? Do you say that because of this? You're doing this because of that, and you're doing this because of this. So I want you to start training like that. You know what I mean? Train how to read minds. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you guys, what makes a soldier fire is, like, I tell you this, if I'm gonna go to war with anybody, I know what they're gonna do, you know what I mean? Like, I tell you, they're gonna come from here, we prepare this for them, they come from here, we prepare this for them. Like, you need to read minds. The more, the, the best you read the mind, the best you can win that battle, you know what I mean? So anyways, guys, start doing that training, you know what I mean? Read minds. I want you to say why these people doing this, why this person doing that. I want you to tell him, like, this is, you doing this for this, you doing this for that. What's cause and the cause? What caused him to say that? What caused her to say that? So start that training, you know what I mean? So guys, the other thing is I want to start another training is, man, I want you to, like, I want you, I know the word, but I don't know why I forget about the word. So the second exercise is, oh my god. The second exercise is, I don't want somebody to read your mind. You know what I mean? That's the second exercise. So when you're with your friend, you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that, you want this, you want that. I want nobody feel like what do you want. You know what I mean? If nobody feels what do you want, and you can read minds, that's, I tell you, you are super soldier. You know what I mean? If you can do those two, you know what I mean? If you can, especially in these soldiers around the world, you know what I mean, in earth military, you will be one of the hottest and toughest and coldest soldier in this planet, you know what I mean? So two exercise. Exercise number one, read mind. I want you to read your friend or your family mind. Exercise number two is nobody know why you are doing this. I want the people to know nobody knows what you want or why you doing this or why this, why that, you know what I mean? So those two exercises, start doing it, started from today. Okay, watch a lot of documentary, you know what I mean, about military. Watch a lot of documentary. Watch everything, you know what I mean, about military, you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot of people better than me. I don't know all the weapon, you know what I mean. So there's people like, I know my friend Zach. He said, I'm better than you in the military. I said, oh, okay, I don't care. He said, I know more than you. And he's right. He knows the weapon more than me, like weapon type. But that's what he said. So anyways, man, I just want to tell you guys, start those two exercises and steady. So basically, if you have money, study hard and train mixed martial arts and study hard. If you have money, if your family is rich, then just steady, you know what I mean? But if you don't have money and you are broke, steady, part-time, work part-time, work full-time if you want, or part-time, and then train part-time, you know what I mean? It depends about your budget, how much you have, if you are. So anyways guys, those two trainings will help you create your personality, you know what I mean, your personality. So anyways guys, what I'm gonna tell you is, man, the more, like I tell you this, sometimes what's gonna happen is you're gonna be in huge, I tell you this, like reading the mind and hiding what you want, plus going crazy and going stupid. Those four, like I tell you this, if I wanna give a wrong information, or I want them to know this information, like I want the people to know this information, or I want them to not know this information, my bad. So if I want the people to know information that I want them to know, I act crazy, drunk, you know what I mean? They're gonna squeeze the magic, and then I'll tell them the information that I want, you know what I mean? Sometimes I just like, oh man, this is because of that. So basically, it's expire. You know what I mean? When it's expire, like I tell them like 1, 2, 3, but expire. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, expire. So I want them to know, cause when they know, they're gonna do something that I want. You know what I mean? So basically, that's playing with the mind. That's what is what I want you to be like. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling you. Stupid, drunk, crazy. With nobody can read my mind. I can read people's mind. Those five, you are fire. You know what I mean? Those five. Focus on those five. You know what I mean? Nobody can read your mind. You can read people's mind, and stupid, drunk, crazy. You know what I mean? I act crazy. You know what I mean? There is something I act crazy. I act stupid million times. You be like, this is goofy. You know what I mean? A lot of people called me goofy. You know. So basically, it's not goofying. It's not drunking. Being drunk is not being crazy. No, no, no. It is the mission and the signature. You know what I mean? So basically, after expire, I tell them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? But it's expired. You know what I mean? So, man, sometimes if you get this training and you become good and you practice a lot, you will like you will get the training and the position and the ring and equipment that you, you need. You know what I mean? So if you add on top of that, you can make from anything weapon. That's fire. You're gonna be Project X. Project X is the highest rank in individual mission operator. You know what I mean? Project X. Project X is the highest individual mission operator. You know what I mean? So if you add those with creating one, like no, like I want you when you see somebody, when you see your enemy, like I tell you this, I want you when you see your enemy, I want you to have 5, 6, 7 ways to kill him or kill them. You know what I mean? I want you to look at it. 5, 6, 7 ways to kill him, to eliminate him. You know what I mean? So that's Project X. Project X, he will look like this. Here is the target. Okay, I can kill him this way. I can kill him that way. I can do this. I can do this. I can. So that's Project X. That's Project X. The highest individual mission operator. Project X. You know what I mean? So, Project X, if he want information, he will just gonna look like this. He'll be like, I got it. Play crazy or be stupid or act drunk. You know what I mean? In go in. You know what I mean? That's Project X. You know what I mean? So Project X is sometimes is like I will use them sometimes. Me personally, I will. Uh, Basically, I tell you this: in this planet or in this life, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do any mission. I will give you a mission, you know what I mean? Because I want you to learn. I want you to have experience, you know what I mean? I want you to have experience. I want you to be fire, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do any mission. I'm just gonna train with my teacher and train you, you know what I mean? You gonna do the mission. You gonna do all the mission when it's just simple mission. I want you to have the exercise. It's like exam, it's like exercise, it's like training is like something like that, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's all I want to say, and salute to the eagle. See you in the next video.